It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
Hey guys, in today's video, I am going to be customizing t-shirts. I have obviously created my own merch off camera using digital art tools, but I have actually never done a video about digital art. So today's video will be my first ever digital art video. I will create custom t-shirts and then show them to you. Let's get started. Okay, so here we have my iPad. Yes, that is a shark eating my charger. And we also have my pen. This is my squishy named Marge. She's a axolotl snail tie-dye combination. It's kind of a weird combo, but I really like Marge, and I wanted to create some kind of design for her. I started off by drawing Marge's axolotl face, which is just a pink circle with a bunch of other pink circles around it. Once I had that bubblegum pink color all filled in, I moved on to a darker fuchsia color? I don't know, it's like a dark pink color. I do not even know what these things are on an axolotl. What is this, ears? Fins? I feel like they might be fins, but I am not sure. I just Googled it, they are gills. I never would have guessed that, and I feel like I should have. The gills help Marge breathe underwater. A snail that breathes underwater. It makes sense, right? I added some shading to Marge's gills, and I also added some highlights to her gills. It sounds weird. Gills, 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 gills. It just doesn't sound like a word the more I say it. I'm gonna stop. And that leads us to our design. I've decided to call this piece Puddle Marge, because I'm going to be putting Marge in a puddle of herself. She's melting. Let me set the scene for you. Marge is half snail, so she is inside of a shell. Marge has decided to leave her shell, which is actually a cake roll, but that's beside the point. I do realize that snails are not actually allowed to leave their shell. I think they might die if they leave their shell. But Marge is half axolotl, which means she can leave the shell. But you just said that she can't. Hey, zip it, buddy. Marge has left her shell, and she has now lost her cake roll shape and turned into a puddle of tie-dye. You'll notice that when I was coloring these in, I used the color fill functionality, which left a line along everything that I had colored in. I think this was a beginner's mistake, probably, and I will not make it again. Take that, Procreate. Come at me. You wanna fight? Yeah! I think that might be my favorite reaction that I have. Anyway, I colored in the rest of the colors using my hand rather than the color fill functionality. The last color I added in was white. Well, I guess white is technically a shade and not a color. And then I decided to outline each of the colors in a darker shade. So I guess this is actual shading. Wow, oh my gosh, it's actually really fun to watch this all get colored in so quickly. It took so long in real life, but watching it on the screen, what the heck? This is so smooth and fast. After I was done adding all of the shading, I then added some highlights. I really wanted this to look like some slimy snail goop or tie-dye snail slime. A Marge puddle. And in order to create a liquidy look, you need some shading and you need some slimy highlights. After that was all done, I added my signature to the bottom right corner of the Marge puddle. Here we have the final result on the iPad. But, that is not all. We need to customize a t-shirt now. And to do that, we need some transfer paper. I printed my design onto this transfer paper. For those of you who don't know what transfer paper is, basically you can take any digital design, print it out onto this paper using your regular printer. This is a sheet of parchment paper. And then you can iron the design onto your t-shirt or basically any fabric. And here we have the final result of what the t-shirt design looks like. I decided to pick a very bright orange t-shirt because I like orange recently, even though I used to hate it. Now I'm liking it. Things are different now. This is what the shirt looks like on me. I really like it, and I have actually created designs for it on my Teespring. So basically we can both wear the same shirt every day, together, forever. Today's video is sponsored by Grace. Grace is a company that specializes in custom products like custom keychains, custom stickers, pins, badges, washi tape, and so much more. On their website, they have so many different products that you can customize. I was actually able to create a custom product of my own using their website. Clear acrylic keychains. All I did was select the keychains, upload my design, and order it, and then these were mailed to my house. You can make the keychains holographic, glittery, or just clear acrylic, like I did. There are also different keychain accessory options, like a heart, a star, a purple, and a bloop. I have their website linked in the description. Thank you again to Grace for sponsoring today's video. Let's move on to the next t-shirt design. For the Edgy Hedgy's daughter, Harriet. We're going to make a t-shirt design for Harriet. If you don't know, the Edgy Hedgy had a baby, and her name is Harriet, and she is a very well-behaved, well-mannered child. I know you loved my beautiful sketch, but I'm actually drawing a potato. Just kidding, this is Harriet, but for some reason, without her feet and her hair, she does look like a potato a bit. After I added her feet, I decided to add her arms. Harriet has arms that are extended up in the air because she wants to be picked up. I also adjusted her feet and manipulated them so they were in the right position. I gave Harriet a screaming, wide open mouth. She's just really upset. I really like that I can manipulate things into the right position using this tool. And then I started on the whites of the eyes. I wanted Harriet to look like she was screaming, and the eyes are a very important part of that. So the idea is that Harriet is furious and also very upset at the same time. She's angry and she's sad. She's sadgry. Someone better get Urban Dictionary on the line stat, because I think I just came up with a new version of hangry. Sadgry. Sad and angry. It happens all the time, I'm just saying, and now we have a term for it. I added Harriet's ears, and before the hair got added, she started to kind of look like a mouse or a bear or something, but now that I'm starting to add her hair... What are these called again? I keep thinking of the word coils, and I know that that is not right. What do hedgehogs have? Sonic the Hedgehog has... What are the little things called? They're like... Spears? No. Coils? No. Why can't I remember the word? I don't want to Google it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is it? I have to Google it. I can't remember. Quills. Oh my gosh. How did I not remember the word quills? I have to remember that next time. I have to. Now I'm sadgry because I couldn't remember the word quill. Harriet has some very sadgry tears coming off of her. I feel like everyone hates the word sadgry, but we're gonna just keep doing it for me. Anyway, I did add some white highlights to the puddle of tears that Harriet is sitting in, as well as some darker purpley blue. I also added some highlights to different parts of Harriet. For the eyes, I made sure to put a star glimmer in them because the real Harriet also has that. And then I also added a bunch of highlights to the tears that are streaming down young Harriet's face. I personally enjoy that Harriet really embraces her temper tantrums. She's just really invested. I did decide to outline everything in black. I was feeling like it just needed an outline, and I think I like it better now that I outlined everything in black. I don't know if it really made that much of a difference, but here is what the final design looked like. I printed it out, cut it out, and now we're ready to iron it onto this green shirt. I just realized I somehow forgot to film this step in Marge's t-shirt, but yes, you do have to peel this back off before you can actually iron it onto the shirt. The directions say to hold it on for around 120 seconds. And here we have the final design for poor Harriet our crying baby. Harriet is a pretty emotional young hedgehog, and she tends to cry over pretty much everything, so it makes sense that she would be in her feelings and just sitting in a pile of tears. And here's what the t-shirt looks like on me. Legend has it that if you put this shirt on, you will also start crying. Just kidding. It's available on my Teespring though. Alright, we're gonna move on to our next t-shirt design. I am sketching a very terrible sketch of a rainbow shooting star with a little bunny rabbit on top of the star. This is actually supposed to be Riley. If you're new to my channel, I started doing squishy makeovers like 2.5 years ago at this point, and Riley was in Squishy Makeover episode 2. So at the time when I made it, my painting skills were not the best. I also remember in the fall of 2019, I painted on a lampshade, and I painted Riley on top of that lampshade. She was riding on top of a rainbow, and she was touching the blue part of the rainbow because she's blue. I always really liked that lampshade, and I always really liked Riley, and I've been looking for a way to bring her back in, because I think she's super cute. Full disclosure, I did not rewatch Squishy Makeover number 2 or the lamp video, so I might get this story wrong, but I'm pretty positive that Riley had a storyline where she had went to an Over the Rainbow concert, and she had a t-shirt on that had a rainbow on it. So I thought I would incorporate that concept of Riley going to a Over the Rainbow concert and riding on her rainbow shooting star. Riley has rainbow eyes, and I remember this distinctly because I remember it being very hard to paint and it made me mess it up so many times. I gave Riley some winged eyeliner and an open mouth like she's in shock that she's going so fast on a rainbow shooting star, because she's dramatic like that. I also added some stripes to her t-shirt just to make the white t-shirt less plain. I added some glimmers and highlights to the rainbow, and then I also decided that I did want to outline this whole thing in black. I feel like in this case, the black outline dramatically improved this for some reason. I just felt like everything became better with the black outline. I printed the design using my printer, I cut it out using my scissor, and now we're ready to iron this design onto the t-shirt using an iron. That's done, and now we have the final design. You'll notice that there is a little white part behind Riley. I decided not to cut that because I didn't want to mess up the transfer paper and ruin everything, but when the t-shirt is on Teespring, it will not have that little white patch. Wear this t-shirt when you want to go to the Over the Rainbow concert. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more art, click on one of these 2 boxes. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye!